Everyone, welcome to Cybersecurity Fundamentals session. And in this Cybersecurity Fundamentals, we will be having 10 lectures to understand the fundamental aspects of cybersecurity. So, first of all, I would like to thank Tariq sir for organizing this internship program for the students so that they can learn about the attacks, about the security scenario, about the CIA track. So I'll be very happy to help students in learning cybersecurity fundamentals. So in today's session, I would like to start and share the entire outline. So in today's session, we will not be understanding and taking any topic. We will be understanding the entire course outline. So here you can see on the screen that we have topics which I have taken considering that you all are just starting your journey in cybersecurity. You all want to understand what is cybersecurity, what kind of attacks are there, what this attack, how these attacks are planned. So we will be understanding these scenarios. So if you see, the first topic which I have taken is introduction to cybersecurity. So we all know that what is cybersecurity. I think you have heard a lot, but if I want to summarize, I can say that cybersecurity is a practice of defending computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from the malicious attacks. Now, any kind of malicious attacks, I want to secure my device, I want to secure my network, and that is the entire technique, entire process, entire technology behind that defending is known as cybersecurity. So, we know that nowadays we all are very much relying on technology, and we can say that we have a network security to be considering, we have application security. So when we talk about network security, it is, we can say, that practice of securing a computer network from the intruders. Now what is the meaning of intruder is who is going to disturb the normal operations. Someone is disturbing, someone is trying to listen what's flowing in the network. We have to work on the application security, which is basically focusing on keeping software and devices free from any kind of threat. Now, the if we have any application which is compromised, in that case, that could provide access to the data which we have, and the attackers will have access to that data. So it is very very important to save your applications from the hackers, and we need to understand that we can't apply a security once the application is developed. We have to start the application security from the design phase itself. So right now I'm talking about what is cybersecurity. I'm not taking anything else. So first, in today's lecture, I just wanted to start with what is cybersecurity. So till now we discussed about network security, application security. We also have information security, where we work with integrity and privacy of the data. Also we have operational security. Now what is the meaning of operational security? It basically includes the processes and decisions which we are taking in handling and protecting the uh, data of the organization, and also it is managing the permissions which we are giving to the users in accessing the network, in accessing the resources. So, and also we have end user education, where in security it is very very important to educate the people, those who are going to use the tools and the applications. So I just wanted to summarize, uh, the important point is that in the cyber security, we have to understand that we have to make our system safe from cybercrime, from cyber attack, from cyber terrorism. And why it is important, we all know that now, globally, if we want to see that cyber threats are continuing and evolving at a rapid speed, Because if I give you one little figure, uh, by risk based security, they actually reported that 7.9 billion records have been exposed by the data breaches in the first 9 months of 2020. So alone in 2020, now you can see that when the pandemic started and when every company is moving towards the digitization, we can now predict that what kind of incidents will be going are happening and will be going to happen in the coming future. So this is very very important, the scale which these attacks are evolving. So it is also predicted that very soon the attack factor will be going to increase, and also the companies which they are spending a lot on the security services, now they are going to increase their spending because of the type of attacks which are happening. So these are the things which we will be going to understand in detail. So I am just giving you an overview in today's session that what I'm going to teach in the lectures which I will be taking. So I just given a little about introduction to cybersecurity. Now let me tell you a little bit about a very very important term, that is information security, CIA triad. Now the important thing is that why I have taken this as a separate topic, because I want you all to understand that the entire thing will start with this CIA term only. Whether you talk about cloud security, you talk about application security, you talk about cyber security, device security, this confidentiality term, integrity and availability is very very important. So CIA triad is basically the basis for development of security systems, and they are generally used for finding the vulnerabilities and methods for creating the solutions. So confidentiality, I think it is clear to you all that confidentiality involves all the efforts of an organization to make sure that data is kept secret or private. So whatever efforts we are doing, whatever techniques we are using, that is all coming under the confidentiality, because we want to prevent uh, direct attacks like man in the middle attacks or the remote attacks which are happening, or the information uh, uh, I can say that the intruders which are there. So we want that these uh, attackers will not have access to the uh, data which is traversing. So we want to make this data very very uh, secure, and we want to give the secure access to the data. So a very very important and key component of maintaining confidentiality is making sure that the people, this is very very important, and please give little attention on this line, that a major key component of maintaining confidentiality is making sure that uh, people without proper authorization are prevented from accessing assets which are important to your business, data which is important to your business, resources which are important to your business. So confidentiality is meaning that we are going to keep the people which are not authorized to access any information away from that resource or information. So for that we use several ways, and we try to protect it, but there are also several ways where confidentiality can be compromised, like direct attacks where they are gaining access to the systems. So it is very very tough to maintain the confidentiality, but there are a lot of factors which are used, like we can use the access control policies, we can use the multi-factor authentication. Now what are these terminologies, that we will be discussing in the upcoming sessions when we will talk in detail about confidentiality. I will take the next term in CIA triad, that is integrity. So integrity is involving uh, and making sure that the data is trustworthy and it is not tempered. So that is the major and important finding we have from the integrity. So integrity of your data is maintained only uh, if the data is authentic, accurate, and reliable. So I'll give you one little example to understand this. So if your company provides information about senior managers, let's say every organization is having a website. So on that website you have giving the information about the senior manager. Now this information needs to have certain integrity. If it is inaccurate, then the people those who are visiting on the website, they will feel that your organization is not trustworthy. Now anybody is wasting the interest in damaging the reputation of the organization may try to hack the website, and also they try to alter the description, photographs, or title of the executives to hurt their reputation, or the reputation of the organization. So in integrity, we need to make sure that the data is not tempered, data is trustworthy, it is accurate. So we can use hashing, we can use encryption, we can use digital certificates, we can use digital signatures to make sure that the data is integrated. Then we have availability. So availability is, uh, I can say that data is confidential, you are keeping it very very confidential, and also integrity is also maintained. Now everything is okay, but unless and until user is able to access the data is of no use. So that availability is very very important, that the users, those who are authenticated, uh, they should have access anytime from any device, from any location, to the data for which they are authorized. So this availability is very very important. So for example, like in a power outage, and there is no disaster recovery system in place, then you will not be able to work on your system. So your data is there, but you are not able to access that information. So this is about the CIA. And CIA is very very important, we are understanding it because it is the basis of implementation of the security. Then I have taken one other topic in this particular module, that is access control. How we are going to control the access of the resources of the data, how the access policies are maintained in the entire cloud infrastructure, that also we will try to understand in this particular module. The next topic which I have taken, that is cyber attack. I'm sure that you have heard lot about cyber attacks. So few of the major important types of cyber attacks I would like to cover in the upcoming sessions, like malware, the type of malwares, zero day vulnerabilities, type of phishing. So these things we will be understanding. Before that, I'll give you a little brief about cyber attack. So cyber attack, I can say that it is a set of actions which are performed by uh, the users which are having malicious intentions, like who are trying to gain the unauthorized access, or they are trying to steal your data, they are trying to do some damage or harm to the computers, networks, any kind of application they have access to. So cyber attacks can be launched from any location remotely. They can be launched, and these can be performed, I can say, by individual or by group of people. So some attacks are very very sophisticated in nature, that millions of machines are involved in those attacks. So we will try to understand few attack scenarios also in the upcoming sessions. So I hope that you are understanding the cost and impact which are associated with the cyber attacks, because if any cyber attack is happening, any data breach is happening, it comes with cost. Now that cost is comes in terms of revenue, cost in terms of the reliability of the organization also. If you see that multiple times a organization's data is compromised, I am sure that you will not be finding yourself comfortable in creating the accounts in that organization or doing the business with that organization. So it is very, very important that the cost and damage from cyber attacks is not only in terms of revenue, but it also in terms of the reputation of the organization. Then the next topic which I have taken is about the web applications penetration testing. So, what is the meaning of penetration testing is that uh, you are basically simulating the cyber attack against the application systems like APIs, front end servers, back end servers, and you're trying to identify the exploitable vulnerabilities. Now, what is the meaning of vulnerability is this is basically the weakness in your system, the loophole in your system through which user will be able to access the data. So here in this particular penetration testing, uh, we are trying to identify any vulnerability or any kind of scope of the damage and trying to develop these strategies to mitigate the potential threats. And also we have a lot of different types of web application penetration testing like internal pen testing. So in this simulation of the phishing attacks or the malicious employee attacks, social engineering attacks, also we have external pen testing in which uh, this is basically focusing on the external attacks. So the testers of these kind of applications are simulating the external attacks using the IP address of the target system. And also these kind of testings involve the application firewall, IDS, DNS, front end, back end server. So a lot of things are there. And also there are a lot of steps in web application penetration testing that we will be going to understand in detail in the upcoming sessions. Like the first thing is you are going to plan for the attack, you are going to scan the network and the resources, the exploitations, then you are going to analyze that, reporting that. So all those things we will be discussing in the first topic of this module, introduction to AppSec and ASVS. And also we will be going to discuss little about the secure coding, that how we can code in a secure manner so that my data will be secure. And also we will be talking a very, very important term, that is OWASP top 10. And also I will be going to demonstrate this penetration testing with the help of Bob suit by covering the few attacks which are coming under the OWASP top 10 attacks. So that we will be trying to do with the practical. Then the next topic which I have taken for this internship is basics of ocean tools. Now in this, I hope that this is a little new term for I think most of you. So ocean tools are known as open source intelligent tools. And actually, if I want to tell that what is the meaning of these tools is that these tools are basically helping us in digging and deep diving into the data. Like we want to uncover the data. So for that, we are using the open source intelligence tool where we have Ocean Framework, we have Spiderfoot, we have Google Docs, we have Shodan, we have Maltigo. So we will be going to discuss about Google Docking, social media docking using the Ocean. Also, we will be trying to understand more about Ocean. So this open source intelligent tools is basically helping us in searching, uh, collecting, summarizing the information which is freely and publicly available on the internet for the purpose of using it as a source of intelligence. Now you can say that why we need Ocean for the businesses. So we will be trying to understand in the upcoming lectures that we can use it for the penetration testing, to gathering the information. We can use Ocean tool for detection of the breach, for ethical hacking. So lot of reasons are there for using the Ocean tool. So we will be trying to do all these things with the practical. And then the last topic which I have taken for this entire internship is e-commerce and financial frauds. So these are also known as payment fraud also, like any type of illegal or any type of false transactions are coming under this category. So we know that e-commerce is nowadays undoubtedly the biggest part and contributor in online business. So day by day the e-commerce sector is evolving, getting more influence and growing revenues. Now unfortunately, when we see that the revenue is going, it is also coming with the price of increasing fraud. And we need to address these frauds by making ourselves safe on the online front. So, a lot of questions are coming that why does the online fraud takes place? So, we will try to answer all these questions in the upcoming sessions, remote working scenarios, the third party vendors which we are using, or we are hiring the unethical employees. So there can be any number of reasons that why these things are happening. And we have lot of types of e-commerce fraud which we will be going to discuss in this lecture, like identity theft, chargeback fraud, clean fraud, phishing. We will be trying to understand all these scenarios, and also we will try to understand how to detect e-commerce fraud in online transactions. So with this I have just given an overview of what we are going to learn in this particular internship series, in which I have got 10 lectures to complete the entire the theory topics or the practicals which I have shared with you. So I will see you in the next lecture for starting with the module 1, and then we will proceed with the further topics. If you have any questions, feel free to share those questions with the Tariq sir. And in the next lecture, when I will come and take that, I will be addressing those questions. So happy learning and be safe. Thanks once again.